Hello? Okay, cool. Does it show us when we're going? Nice and quiet. I like it. Does it show us when it starts? Oh, okay, well. Oh, we're live. Okay, perfect. Hi. All right, there we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Before we actually get started, I want to make sure that everyone has a block. So everyone at home, if you can run and grab a block, pause whatever you need to do, but make sure everybody has a block because we're going to be using this quite a bit tonight. How's everyone feeling? It's been a couple of weeks since the last time I saw you. We're wrapping up the end of this month and we're moving into a new month. Yay, the last month of this year. Holy shit, right? Can you believe it? We're moving into 2022. Does that not sound crazy? That sounds crazy. And I'm really excited that we're here tonight because being that this is the last day, right? The last day of the month, we're also transitioning, right? So every time I come here, I come with hopefully with the teachings and able to give you guys a better understanding that every month has a different intention, right? And that every month has a full moon. 2 weeks into each month, there's a full moon. And we're not going to talk so much about the full moon because that's going to be in 2 weeks. But what we're going to talk about tonight is the fact that we're transitioning into a new month and a new moon. And we're leaving this energy of understanding our emotions and coming now into a place of truly understanding our intuition. And finally being able to connect with our intuition and having confidence, that gut instincts, and trusting that gut instincts. A lot of the things that are going to happen here in the next 4 weeks, the last month of this year, is going to be testing your intuition strength, your inner wisdom. All right, because the energy that's coming now is not only an energy of intuition, which is your third eye space. Some of us know what that is. But it comes with this fiery energy. It comes with this fiery energy saying that we now need to have the confidence to finally trust our gut, to then truly act on our intuition. Not just trust the things that we see with our two outer eyes, but truly trust the things that we see with our inner eye, our third eye. And so tonight, all of our postures are going to be focusing on activating our gut space and also connecting with the block, with our knee, our third eye space. The things that I'll be guiding you with the affirmations, with the questions that I'll be asking you, because with questions, when we ask ourselves questions, that activates more our intuition. And so allow yourself to breathe through the postures, listen to my voice, listen to the music that I play, and let yourself go deep into the meditative practice and deep within the physical practice. Cool? Are you guys ready? Awesome. And the bowls that I picked out tonight, I brought my new Third Eye Chakra bowl for you guys. It's the color of indigo, and that's the third eye, and it's also the color of yellow, which is your solar plex. And what's cool is that these two colors are the opposite colors, which means that they're balancing. So be prepared to feel balanced by the end of the night, and hopefully enough to be able to feel balanced for the rest of the month, at least until the next 2 weeks when I see you again. Cool? All right. So this time, instead of lying on your back, let's go ahead and come lying down on our bellies. Let's get started. So when we come lying down on our bellies, place the palms underneath you, stacking the palms right on top of one another, and then putting your forehead on top of the top palm. With your eyes closed, can you roll your eyes up to focus in the space between the brows? Penetrating the space between the brows, activating your pituitary gland. This is the master gland. This is the gland that's connected to your third eye chakra. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. As you lie on your belly, relax. Relax the bones, relax the forehead onto the back of the palms. Taking slow, deep breaths in through the nose. And open mouth, exhaling it all out. Taking another deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale it out. Feel yourself sinking deep, heavily into the floor. With your eyes closed, gently draw your attention, your breath, your mind's eye to the space between the brows. Become aware of your third eye chakra, the home of your intuition and inner wisdom. Visualize a spinning indigo blue ball of energy. Use your imagination. Imagine this fluid energy expanding all around your head with purpose, strengthening your ability to dream, to visualize, to think without attachment, and clear focus. Connect to your inner knowing. Visualize your mind illuminating with this light until you feel fully connected. Inhale. Exhale. The sixth chakra, the third eye chakra, connects our cosmic insight. When in balance, we feel open and focus, a deep spiritual connection, strong morality, and can easily determine between truth and illusion. Between truth and illusion. Breathe into the energy around you and feel the anticipated energy of December 4th's fiery third eye chakra new moon. This month is here to activate our inner fire and a deeper connection to trust our intuition, strengthening our ability to see with our inner eye, our intuitive third eye, not just with the outer two eyes. Intuitive deep breath in, intuitive deep breath out. Invite yourself with every inhale and exhale to continue to channel this expansive, indigo blue energy and let your intuition be your guide. Breathe. Breathe. Gently begin to wiggle the toes, slowly bending the knees, allowing the feet to fall towards the left side and the right. And finding stillness as you bring the feet back down to the mat, lifting yourself up onto all fours. Bringing the palms onto the mat, directly underneath the shoulders, right into a tabletop where your knees will come directly underneath your hips. Keeping this energy, see if you can keep your eyes closed. With the eyes closed and just letting your intuition guide you. Not focusing on the people around you or judging the body, but allowing yourself to go inward with the eyes closed. Slowly guide the big toes together to touch. Let the knees come out as wide as they can towards the side edges of the mat. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, slowly, very slowly start to bring the hips back, allowing yourself to sit back onto the heels, and then letting the belly fall into the empty space that you created with the knees, the forehead onto the mat, and the palms reaching up as far up as you can into a child's pose. Spread the fingertips wide, and when you're ready, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out to seal your posture. Child's pose releases any tension in the back, helps alleviate any stress and anxiety. It lengthens and stretches the spine. As you allow yourself to melt into this posture, can you ask yourself this question? Do I look outside myself for answers? Do I look outside myself for answers? And can I remember that the answers to all my questions lie within me? The answers to all my questions lie within me. Breathe all the air out. Inhale fresh air. And with that exhale, go a little bit deeper. Push back just a little bit more. Rest that belly into that open space. Release that belly button closer towards the ground. Let the belly go. As children, we were born with the strength of connecting to our intuition. It was our superpowers. And as we journeyed through our life and became older, we began to second guess our intuition, doubt our gut. It's time to come back to that space. Strengthen the muscle of your intuition and trust. Trust that all the answers to your questions, all the answers lie within you. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring yourself back to tabletop position. Pausing in tabletop when you bring your palms directly underneath your shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips, the spine nice and straight, looking down, eyes are closed, and finding stillness here. Remember, this is the moment where your body wants to react. It wants to move, it wants to wiggle, it wants to flex. Show your body that in this moment it's important to be still, to not react, but to just listen. What do you see? What do you feel? Inhale. Exhale. And now you're free to move. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Release the spine up towards the sky. Take a few cat-cows as you inhale and move the body. Now that you know exactly what it is that the body needs and wants. And then slowly guide yourself to standing. Now with this posture, I will give you a modification. If you have any blood pressure issues, either too high or too low, you're welcome to take this posture seated. I don't want you to get too dizzy or fall. So once you come to the dangle, if you find yourself getting dizzy, feel free to come back to seated and I'll show you the modification, all right? But for the rest of us, it's important that we take this posture in this dangle because we want all the blood flow, the circulation, to move now towards the top of the crown, towards the forehead. And we do that by coming into postures where we bring our head below the heart. And so we're gonna have our feet about hip width distance apart, spread the toes wide, make sure it feels solid and planted, grounded, the legs are strong. And you're gonna inhale and reach up as much as you can, let the head fall back, opening up the throat and looking up. Take another deep breath in and reach as if you're trying to unplug from the hips. And with your exhale, a long exhale, slowly start to hinge from the hips, reaching out as far as you can, all the way down, down, down. If you need to grab your block to place your hands onto the block, grab the block. Bend the knees so that you can relax the belly onto the top of the thighs. Remember, we're focusing on the belly and our third eye. So massaging the belly, releasing the spine. You can flutter the lips. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe do a few sways side to side. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Find stillness. It's in the stillness where we're able to really truly connect to ourselves and become familiar with ourselves. See what things are there, not with judgment, just with awareness. And then just let your intuition, your natural energy heal and cleanse. There's no need to do anything here, but just allow yourself to surrender. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. For the rest of the yogis that need to take this seated, it's the exact same posture, except you're coming down, letting the legs extend out in front of you, inhaling up, and then falling forward into a forward fold. When did I last act on intuition? When did I last act on intuition? Go with any compelling thoughts, inner voices, without rationalization. Allow yourself to be alert to the coincidences and the synchronicities in your life. These are your guides. These are your guides. Exhale all the air out. Breathe in fresh air. And let that exhale take you just a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper through the layers of the body, the layers of the mind, and if you're lucky, to the spirit. Allow yourself to surrender and listen. change the direction, the natural direction. Our blood flow reverses and allows improved circulation, increasing circulation to all parts of the body, and most importantly to the brain. Feel the change. Just a few more breaths here. Whatever thoughts come up, let them come up. And let your exhale fade it away. Breathe in. Breathe out. And as slow as you can, mentally stacking each vertebrae of the spine and letting the head be the last thing to come up. Letting yourself slowly, gently, mindfully bring yourself fully erected all the way up, spine nice and straight, the feet solid and strong. Roll the shoulders back one time and then find stillness as the palms face forward. Be still. Can you feel the release of the posture? Can you feel the change in the movement that's happening deep within you? That's all you. Allow yourself to enjoy this moment and find that stillness. On your next breath, when you're ready, you can inhale, reach up, stretch up once more, or let your hands swing side to side, swinging the hips, moving the body, and then bringing yourself to come back to seated. And as you come back to seated, allow yourself to face the wide edges of the mat, bringing yourself back to the floor. Take a moment here to get comfortable as you let the legs stretch out as much as you can. Remove any flesh from underneath you. And if you have to sit on the outside of the mat so that the heels are on the mat for some comfort, then I recommend that. What we're going to do is a twist. So I've said this before, whenever we do twisting in yoga, it's detoxing, right? We're detoxing the belly. We're releasing any toxins that it's in the gut that's keeping us from thinking clearly. Because scientifically, they've been able to prove that a lot of our thinking, our foggy head, it's influenced by what we eat and what we put in our gut. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some twists with the half butterfly. By starting on the left side, let's bend that right knee and bring that right foot in. Grab that block, keep that block close by, and put that block on the inside of that left knee. Just like this. On the inside of that left knee. Some of you will need this block and some of you won't. You can actually use your knee. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, reach up, stretching the spine. And the reason why we do this is because we want the energy to be able to move from the base of the spine up all the way up and out the crown of the head. So we stretch to make space. Inhale, spread the fingertips wide, set that intention. And we use the power of our exhale to twist us towards the left side of the legs and then continue to exhale. And with this block, you can place your forehead onto the top of that block, penetrating the third eye, connecting the third eye space here. And with the eyes closed as well, rolling the eyes up to focus into that space. The cool thing about the blocks is there's different levels. You can use the higher level, or you can lower it as you go further into the posture. Or for some of us yogis that are more flexible, you may not need the block. You can just lay your forehead onto the top of the knee. The goal here is to feel the twist within the belly and the side stretch of the ribs, and allow yourself to go deeper and deeper, squeezing into the belly, detoxing the belly. In the belly is where you'll find your confidence, your willpower. If there's anything that's keeping you from your confidence, your willpower, this is the time now to squeeze it out, detox it out. And we do this by coming into these physical postures and mentally allowing ourselves to go into that space, cleansing and healing. With that strong intention and with this question, ask yourself, do I truly see what's around me? Do I truly see what's around me? Exercise your perception by being alert to the details, the shapes, and colors that come up in your mind's eye. What do you see? And what can you feel? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. To change your perception. It's time to see things differently. There's something in our lives sometimes that happen, recognizing that these things no longer serve us, but came with purpose, with an intention. Allow yourself to have a different perception so that you can let it go. So that you can let it go and move on. Stay here for a little breath longer. Allow yourself to go just a little deeper. Peel through the layers. Breathe. Breathe. exhale it out. Keeping the legs exactly where they are. Slowly guide yourself back up to seated. Facing forward and planting the palms in front of you, spreading the fingertips wide. Eyes are closed, finding that moment of stillness. Breathe all the air out. Breathe all the air in. And open mouth side out. Now when you're ready, place the palms behind you. Bring the knees together, bending the knees and planting the feet onto the mat. Windshield wiper them as they fall to the left side, fall to the right. This is a nice release for the lower back. And then when you're ready, preparing to balance on the other side, stretching the legs out wide first. So first let the legs come out as wide as they can. Remove any flesh once more from the base of the spine so that the base of the spine is connected and grounded. Bending now the left knee, bringing in the left foot, grabbing your block, and placing the block, if you need to, right on the inside of that right knee. Now knowing exactly where we're going to take a breath in, reach up, stay here as long as you need to, taking a deep breath in, stretching, extending, and when you're ready, exhale, and let that exhale continue to exhale. Don't let it stop until you've gone all the way down, and see if you can squeeze out any more air. Continue to exhale, 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 all the air out, planting the forehead onto the block or onto the knee, squeezing into the belly, stretching the spine, and even opening up the back of the heart, the shoulders. Noticing the difference between the left side and the right side. Each side carrying different energy, different trauma, different experiences. Just notice the differences, the blocks, the tightness. And breathe into any areas that feel that there's any blockages. And just notice what happens. Send your breath there. Send your breath there. And ask yourself, how much silence is there in my life for the whispers of intuition to be heard? How much silence is there in my life for the whispers of intuition to be heard? Spend time in silence. Focus on something beautiful and be still and silent and just see what comes up. Inhale. Exhale. When things go quiet, where do you go? Do you find yourself in uncomfortable spaces? Lost in thought, judgment? Can you allow yourself to come back to your breath and just allow yourself to just be present? Let your breath be your anchor. Taking deep inhales and soothing exhales. There is power in silence. Allow yourself to experience the power in silence. Meditation practice, an opportunity for you to become familiar with yourself, with the body, with the thoughts, and for you to begin to take control, understanding what's in your subconscious and your unconscious, and letting yourself just let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. And when you're ready, keeping the legs where they are, slowly guide yourself back up to seated. Bringing your spine to neutral, facing forward, planting the palms right in front of you and spreading the fingertips wide, feeling your hands grounded. Staying in this stillness so that you can feel the release of the posture. When we're in the postures, we're cleansing and healing with intention, creating space. When we come out of the postures, we feel the release of our intention. We let it go, and we let that energy move through the body. Feel that energy moving through the body. Send it where it needs to go. the air out. Inhale fresh air. And open mouth side out. Gently plant the palms behind you. Bring the knees together, planting the palms of the feet onto the mat. Slowly, once more, windshield wipering them so you can release the back of the spine. And this time, if you'd like to come into a reverse tabletop, you're welcome to do so by keeping the palms planted behind you, the palms of the feet onto the mat, and then lifting the hips up towards the sky. You can let the head fall back to open up the throat, and then just sway the hips side to side. This is other nice counter pose to release the spine. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself back down and coming back to face the long edge of the mat, or the shorter edge of the mat back to where you began, and letting yourself come all the way lying down flat. Make sure you have the block close by. Now for the next posture, for some of us, this is going to be an advanced pose. So follow the steps and just meet yourself where you're at with no judgment at all. Understanding that this is a practice and it takes patience. It takes patience to allow yourself to go further and further. So for today, we're going to do what's called a snail posture. Some of you might know it as a plow. And if you know what that is, feel free to go there. But if you need the steps to do so, then follow my guide. With the block close by, down towards the glutes, lift the feet up towards the sky. So this is called a waterfall pose. For some of you, this is exactly where you need to stay. This is going to activate a lot of your core. So it might be difficult to stay here for a bit. And for those of you that are at home, you're welcome to actually come up to a wall and let your legs rest up onto a wall, letting gravity just let the flow of energy and this blood circulation to come down. But for the rest of us, what we're going to do is with our feet flexed, pointing down towards the back of our head, we're just going to slowly start to guide our feet as if they're falling down behind us. And for some of us, this might be as far as we can go, squeezing into the belly and letting the feet come down. But what you can do is you can actually use the block, lift up your hips, and place the block underneath the hips, elevating the hips. So with the block now underneath my hips, I can let my feet now fall even further down. Eventually, what will happen is that the feet will come all the way down, and you can actually use the block now to place the feet behind you. And then clasping the hands behind you, behind the back, clasping the hands and shimmying the shoulders as much as you can to be able to come underneath you. So the hips slowly start to stack up onto the shoulders. And then we just bend the knees, releasing the knees into this beautiful snail posture. Make sure that the chin is not up against the chest, that there's space between the chin and the chest. Breathing here. This is your snail. Remember, meet yourself where you're at. A lot of these postures are not easy, but what tends to be the most difficult is listening to the head, listening to the negative thoughts that come up. You are far more capable, physically capable, to do more than what your mind wants you to believe. The mind wants to protect you. Through the negative mind, it will do so. And this is where you listen to your intuition. You listen to your gut. And you tell yourself, no, this is where I need to be, or I can go further. But we can only do that if we listen. When you're exactly where you need to be, let your body know by taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I am confident and trust my gut, knowing my intuition is showing me the way. I am confident and trust my gut, knowing my intuition is always showing me the way. Into the belly. Breathe out. With the eyes closed, focus in the space between the brows. What do you see? What do you feel? To be lit, and it's ready to shine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly, very slowly begin to unravel. Slowly bringing your hips down. Pausing all together in this waterfall posture for a moment, and then bending the knees, planting the feet onto the mat, and finding your stillness here. You can bring the palms onto the belly, resting the palms onto the belly, feeling your inner fire, your inner confidence being relit, balanced. It takes confidence to trust your intuition. Trusting your intuition means trusting an unknowing, an unseen. It's trusting and having faith in something that you cannot see with your outer eyes. But the only way to see is with the inner eye. Inhale. Exhale. With the knees still bent, let them fall to the left, fall to the right. You can reach the arms up above you or point the feet further down below you, giving yourself a big spinal stretch. And then use this energy to move you to roll onto your belly, right back to where we began. So moving into our final posture. It's a posture that we've done several times in this class. It's called our Sphinx Pose. It's one of my favorites because it stretches out the entire spine, and with the intention of focusing in the space between the third eye, it's a very powerful posture of release. Now, the way to get into Sphinx Pose is you can either start with the big toes together to touch, or let them come over towards the wide side edges of the mat. The palms are going to start by coming underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to lift the chest up. So you're lifting the upper body, the lower body and the belly is still planted onto the mat, but the chest is lifted. Once the chest is lifted and you're facing forward, you can start to shimmy the palms forward and lift the chest even higher, and then let the elbows come directly underneath the shoulders. So the elbows are directly in line with the shoulders, and I like to actually have my palms face a little bit towards the side edges of the mat so that my shoulder blades can wrap behind me and open up my chest. Now, if you still are hinging forward like this, then you can go ahead and shimmy your elbows a little bit further up towards the front of the mat so that your chest is elevated. Your heart is open towards the front, and you allow your heart and your shoulders to be open by pinching the shoulder blades behind you. This is a Sphinx Pose. If you feel any pinching or burning in your lower back, then spread the feet a little bit wider towards the side edges of the mat and see if that feels a little bit better. And once you're ready, with the eyes closed and the eyes rolled up to focus right where we began, the space between the brows. Breathe into this space, using the energy from the belly all the way up past the throat, into the space between the brows and out the crown of the head. Inhaling from the belly, letting that breath move all the way up, and exhaling it out the crown of the head. One more time, inhaling from the belly, inhaling all the way up, and then exhaling out the crown of the head. Continue to let that be your breath, let that be your guide. Repeating to yourself that I am wisdom. I am confidence. My life is divinely guided and always taking me in the direction best for me. I know this. I feel this in my gut. I am divinely guided and always taking me in the direction best for me. Breathe. The song is called "The Slow Descent Has Begun." The slow descent has begun. What does that mean to you? What do you need to let go to be lighter, to descend into your next chapter? It's time to let it go. Come back to visualizing your spinning indigo blue ball of energy. Imagine this fluid energy expanding all around you, around your head with purpose, strengthening your ability to dream, to visualize, to think without attachment, clear focus, connecting to your inner knowing. Your mind is illuminated with this light. Feel this energy until you feel fully connected. Your intuition, your third eye, connects you to your cosmic insight. Feel balance, open and focus. And when balanced, there is a deep spiritual connection. A deep spiritual connection that's unbinded. Breathe. You are now balanced, connected. Let go. Surrender to this enlightening energy that you have created. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath, bring yourself right back to where we began, lying on your belly and placing the forehead onto the back of the palms, taking this moment of stillness, coming back full circle and noticing the difference of where you were when you began this practice and where you're at now. The answers to all your questions lie within you. Trust your gut and let your intuition be your guide. If this is where you want to stay for your Shavasana, feel free to stay here lying on your belly. But if it'll feel better to come lying on your back, feel free now to bend the knees, windshield wiper them as they fall left to right, and then let this movement guide you to lying on your back, tucking the tailbone under, releasing the palms down beside you, either to face up to receive or down to ground. The chin is towards the chest so that the back of the neck is also grounded, the entire spine grounded. Trusting your intuition and trusting that you made the best decision for you, not because other people in the room are making that choice, but because you have made the choice to listen to your body, to your mind, to your needs, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more time, take another deep breath in. Hold it. Let that energy move, cleansing and healing all through the body, the fingers, the toes, all the way to the top of the crown. And when you're ready, open mouth, exhale it all out. Exhale it out. Surrender. Shavasana. Corpse pose. Gently, lovingly, begin to bring movement back to the body, allowing the breath to move the fingers, to move the toes. A gentle look to the left, a gentle look to the right. And with a big breath, stretch the arms up above you. Point the toes further down below you, giving yourself a big spinal stretch. Slowly guide the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, giving yourself a big hug, a big squeeze, taking a moment here to give yourself a moment of gratitude for taking the time for you, for self-love, self-care, rocking up and down, side to side on the spine, and then using this movement to guide you all the way up to seated. All the way up to seated, crossing the legs, removing the flesh, straightening the spine, gently sucking in the belly button so that you can support the spine, having the spine nice and long and straight so that the energy can move up and down the spine from the base all the way out the crown of the head. Shoulders are back, chin is slightly pulled in, eyes are closed, focus in the space between the brows. The palms can rest first onto the top of the knees, gathering yourself, coming back to your intention. And when you're ready, start to rub the palms together, activating your healing hands, bringing energy and warmth back to the body. Inhale and find stillness as the palms come to heart center at prayer. With every class, we end with a universal sound of Om. It is a short Ah and a long Om. We'll chant that 3 times. And as you finish out the Om, seal your lips and smile and feel the humming vibration traveling from the heart center up into the throat, past the third eye space, and out the crown of the head. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale for Om. Inhale. Inhale. Inhale the palms through the third eye space, the space between the brows, the seed of your intuition. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Have a wonderful night. Namaste. Thank you, warriors. Thank you, yogis. I appreciate you guys for coming. Hopefully that felt good. I do have some announcements. Kevin, anytime, that's here at 3T Warrior Academy, has a YouTube where we're watching this live, YouTube Warrior Academy Lifestyle. Him and I have been doing this thing where we get together and we talk about topics, just things that need to be talked about, like yoga, meditation, and really just calling it what it is. A lot of people get intimidated by these things, like yoga, right, meditation, and it's cool to just have an open-ended conversation on what his take is, what my take is, and what your guys' take is. And so if you're on Move Yoga Life Tribe on Facebook, I'll be posting questions on what your take is on yoga or meditation or whatever topic we're going to be talking about, so we can get influence from not just from our own opinions, but from our community. And if you're not on the Move Yoga Life Tribe, but you're a part of the Warrior Network, and it's the Mighty Networks app that you can go there, the questions are also there. So help us out. We need your guys' feedback. We already have the yoga It's like a 30-minute conversation between Kevin and I that you guys can go on and listen to at the YouTube channel. And then we're going to be having one coming up here soon on meditation. And if you guys are free on Friday, come join me, message me. I have the New Moon class where I'll be teaching the Kundalini Yoga. It's an hour-and-a-half class. We do breath work, we do movement, we do meditation, and then we do the sound healing. It's a very, very powerful class. I call this experience the gateway drug, okay? This is the baby steps into yoga, and then this is like the powerful real deal shit, all right? So if you're free, message me. You can find me on Facebook, Move Yoga Life, or Instagram, and you can message me there, and I can give you guys the details. Cool? Feel good? And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, Tuesday. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you, love you. Message me if you felt anything crazy, anything come up, any dead relatives come visit you or anything like that. Let me know. I love to hear that stuff. All right? Love you guys. I'll play some music so we can head on out. Let's see. What do we got here? Actually, let's do this one. How do you guys like the music tonight? Really good? Good. I'm glad you guys like it. I spend a lot of time picking out the music. I don't know if you guys can tell. But each song goes with a particular posture for a reason.